Israel is intense. Few places offer as much per square kilometer to uplift the spirit, nourish the intellect, and stimulate the senses. It is a melting pot of immigrants from all over the world, with dozens of nationalities, each contributing its own spirituality, culture, and cuisine. This is the Promised Land, filled with religious and historical landmarks. This is the land of the Bible. The names resonate in the minds of its visitors: Jerusalem, Galilee, the Judean desert, Jaffa, Masada, and the Jordan River. The events that took place in this land changed the course of history. Let's explore together and discover some of the most fascinating and extraordinary facts about Israel. Geography of Israel. Israel is located in the Asian region known as the Middle East, a geopolitically and economically strategic area for centuries that serves as a bridge between three continents: Europe, Asia, and Africa. Israel's territory is a strip 424 kilometers long along the Mediterranean Sea, 115 kilometers at its widest part, but only 14.5 kilometers at its narrowest part. The country is bordered to the north by Lebanon, to the northeast by Syria, to the east by Jordan, to the southwest by Egypt, and to the west by the Mediterranean Sea. Israel's territory is divided into 6 districts or mahozot. As for the territories under Palestinian Authority, they consist of 2 geographically separated regions. The Gaza Strip is a narrow and elongated territory located on the Mediterranean coast south of Israel. It has an area of 360 square kilometers and a population of about 2 million. The territory has been governed de facto by the Islamist movement Hamas since 2007. The West Bank is a larger territory than the Gaza Strip, with an area of 5,860 square kilometers and a population of about 3 million inhabitants. It is located west of the Jordan River and east of Israel. The territory is de facto governed by the Palestinian National Authority, but Israel maintains significant military and security control. Israel, regions and landscape. Israel can be divided into 3 parallel strips running north to south and a large desert area in the south. The first strip is the so-called coastal plain, parallel to the Mediterranean and bordered by fertile agricultural land to the east. It is in this zone where 50% of the population, the main ports, and industrial zones of the country are concentrated. The second strip is made up of different mountain ranges. These mountain ranges are interrupted in the north by the Jezreel Valley, the most fertile and richest valley in the country. In the north, we also find the Kinneret Lake, or Sea of Galilee, the main water reservoir of the country. The third strip is the Jordan Valley, which runs from north to south in the far east of the country and is part of the Syrian-African Rift. This strip is crossed by the Jordan River, which eventually flows into the Dead Sea, the lowest point on Earth. This strip extends from the Dead Sea to the Gulf of Eilat on the Red Sea. This section is called the Araba Valley, famous for its reddish soils and ancient copper mines. The southern part of Israel is occupied by the Negev Desert, which represents about half of its territory. Jerusalem. The capital of Israel is Jerusalem. Few cities can boast as much history as Jerusalem. Often called the Holy City, beloved Jerusalem, the city of David, Zion, the city of God. Its very name speaks of the city of peace. Founded by King David in 1000 BC, Jerusalem has been the epicenter of Judaism for over 3 millennia and the birthplace of Christianity itself. It is also considered by Muslims as their 3rd most important city after Mecca and Medina. This is why Jerusalem is today a true melting pot of beliefs. The streets that can be walked today date back to the Byzantine Empire, and the current walls were built in the 16th century. The walled city is also surrounded by iconic landmarks such as the Mount of Olives and Mount Zion. To the north and west lies the modern city of Jerusalem. The Old City of Jerusalem is a World Heritage Site, Jerusalem has been one of the most contested cities throughout history. The majestic Temple of Solomon, built in the 10th century BC, was destroyed by the army of Nebuchadnezzar in the 6th century BC. Incredibly, some structures from that time can still be admired by visiting some of Jerusalem's tunnels. Jerusalem is filled with buildings and iconic sites claimed by different faiths. The Western Wall, the only remaining part of the Great Temple of Jerusalem, the Mount of Olives, the Church of the Holy Sepulchre, the Gardens of Gethsemane, the City of David, Hezekiah's tunnels, the Temple Mount, the Via Dolorosa, and the Cardo Maximus, to name just a few. History of Jerusalem. After the fall of the Western Roman Empire, Jerusalem came under the control of the Byzantine Empire. With a few interruptions, Jerusalem remained in the hands of Byzantine patriarchs until the 7th century, when in the year 637 AC, it fell to Muslim forces. During this time, Caliph Omar visited Jerusalem, and on the site where the Great Temple of Jerusalem once stood, he ordered the construction of a wooden mosque. This structure was replaced in 691 AC by the current Dome of the Rock, built with the intent of rivaling the Christian churches of the city. The Al-Aqsa Mosque, the largest mosque on the Temple Mount, was constructed by the Umayyad dynasty in the year 710 AC on the original ruins of the Temple of Solomon. What amazing fact did you find most surprising? Which place would you love to visit the most? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And see you in our next exploration of wonders around our planet.